Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having us in this very good opportunity. And we are going to present our research. The title of our research is Gamification in AFL class using quizzes as an assessment tool. But before that, I will open this presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone here. I'm with my partner. She is Endang Pujiastuti, and we are from Universitas Muhammadiyah Purwokerto. Thank you so much for joining this very good opportunity, and you want to watch our presentations. And our presentation will be divided into 3 parts. The first is the introduction, and the second one it will be the discussion, and the last part it will be the conclusions. And now we are moving on to the introduction. And for the introduction, it will be explained by Bu Endang. Please, Bu Endang.
Okay, thank you, Mas Fuad. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the introduction of our presentation today. Here, the introduction of gamification in English for learner class using Quizizz, that the development of technology has positive impact on various fields. In the world of education, there are a number of applied technologies that support the teaching and learning process in the classroom. The teaching and learning process today is no longer carried out traditionally using books only, but many technology are used to obtain a better teaching and learning process. Based on 2000 cities in Amalia 2020 also states that the use of technology is very commonly applied in various sectors in the world today. And then it saw that the use of technology has been a new trend in various aspects of life, including the world of education. And then here the use of ICT, especially in ICT, that in education has evolved since the mid-20th century and is promoting e-learning as an alternative tool to facilitate student learning based on Body 2017. Thank you, Mas Fuad. Next slide. Well, everybody, here the application of information communication and technology ICT tools in the field of education is increasingly widespread. Yet here we talk about gamification is a medium which can be in the form of web-based games, and it is designed using game design elements that are applied to non-game contexts. Based on Pitoyo 2019, the use of gamification as a medium in doing assessment of exam can reduce students' anxiety levels while working on question. And then here both teacher and student can easily access or use ICT tools in the classroom. Moreover, they can access it independently. Thus, it indicates that the ease of using technology for the learning process has a very positive impact. Well, Mas Fuad, time for use.
Okay, thank you, Bu Endang. And we are moving on to the next slide. If you talk about quizzes, because Bu Endang has stated that actually quizzes is kind of a gamification where it's not exactly a game, but it's like a game. The purpose is for educational purpose. because when we try to open the quizzes, it is written in the website that it is created by Indian teachers in 2015, and actually it's not only designed for English but also for other lessons. But we can use quizzes as a gamification, to as the assessment tool. The reason, of course, because the other researchers have explained to us that it can reduce the student anxiety. So it is important to us as a teacher to know that we can use it as an alternative uh, to create an interesting assessment tool for the students, so they can enjoy their test or exam, and they can do the test or the assignment happily, and of course without the pressure. And quizzes is very interesting website games, web-based games, sorry. Because the first, of course, it's free. You can use it for free, but perhaps it is not something that you can access the whole features or the whole facilities or items in quizzes. If you want to use the whole features or facilities provided by the website, so you have to use the full versions, and of course you have to pay for the monthly payment or yearly payment. And according to Rahayu and Purnawirawan, they stated that Quizizz is a great online assessment tool that can help students to not only check their knowledge, but also their progress in English. So, because it is an assessment tool, it doesn't only develop their English knowledge, but also they can use quizzes to see how they get their progress, because it's kind of quizzes, it's kind of a game. So you can see the result, and then you check from the result of the uh, test, so you can check which one is right and which one is wrong. And then when you do that, you make an evaluation for yourself, and then you can see what kind of progress that you have so far. And the next, it's about the characteristics, because I stated before, and my partner also stated before, that it can reduce the student anxiety level. So why this website can do so? So we have to know that. So this is the characteristic of quizzes. The first, of course, we can use it everywhere as long as we got the internet connection. So we can access it. It is easy access for both teacher and students. So no worry wherever you are and whenever you are. As long as you got the internet connection, it means you can access it. And the second characteristic, so if you talk about quizzes as a game, you can access it in a live mode, or you can design it as a homework. So it means there will be two options. You can access it live. So if you know Kahoot, it's very familiar for teachers. You can use it just like Kahoot because it's live, but you also can use quizzes. You can design it, you can set it for assignment. So the students can access quizzes in a certain limited of time. It depends to the teacher how long they can, they set the limited time, so the student can access it in that limit of time. And of course, the third characteristic may be, I believe that this characteristic is something that the other website games, web-based game doesn't have. Because, in quizzes, you can find many interesting and funny memes. And they are displayed in a quiz, and then it provides interesting sound. Even you can choose which sound that it is good for you. And if you use the full versions, and then you will get more choices dealing with the memes and the interesting sound effect. And of course, the quizzes also provide an automatic voice note reading. And even when you use the free versions, you can still use it. And perhaps this is something that's very interesting, because you do not you do not need to read, but you only need to just listen to the notes that it is read by the system. It is provided that. And of course, when we talk about advantages and disadvantages about quizzes, there will be many advantages and some disadvantages. I just quote from Hamilton Hankins that he introduced quizzes in English as an art classroom and find it has a positive impact on student engagement. It shows that the use of quizzes, which is applied to the class activities appropriately, can support the student performance. Of course, as a teacher, we have to know what is the best activity that we can use, we can apply, and how we transfer the knowledge that we have to the students using this kind of interesting media. Of course, there will be more advantages, so that the learning activity will be much more effective and efficient. And to the detail of the advantages and the disadvantages of this quizzes as an assessment tool, it will be explained by Bu Endang. So please, Bu Endang.
Okay, thank you, Mas Fuad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, explained based on Mas Fuad talk about the characteristic of quizzes here. We would explain about some advantages based by SEO 2020. Advantages of using quizzes that using only mobile here device in the classroom. It is simple way we can need a data project or computer, and then here the quizzes can be accessed by cell phone or tablet. So it is easy devices or easy media for the student. And the second, it is a multi-platform system which can be used in cell phones and tablets. Here that the system about this, that it is conventional computers or top mobile device that can be accessed by everyone, although here of the student. And the third, it is available in both operational system, iOS or Android. And the fourth, it allows individual and collaborative work. And the fifth, there is no need to download any application to use the quizzes. Here that the apply of quizzes or application of quizzes is easy to download, is easy to apply by everyone. And the sixth, it is possible to create quizzes for students to ensure homework, assignment, and stabilizing a deadline with day and time. Here, the student not difficult to find or to access, and to how to apply the quizzes on their tablet or media. And seven, quizzes has game-based design and requires to gamify mechanics. And eight, it allows the creation of short or long question. Here that the student can answer between 10 seconds or 15 minutes. They can manage easy. And then it allows the creation of public and private quizzes. It allows the insertion of image or video related to the question and to use formulas and symbols. And the 11th, it was searching for ready to use quizzes and ready made question from several quizzes that are open access in the database that all of us can access the quizzes easier. And the last, it analyzes the performance of each student or the entire group using an Excel spreadsheet. Also, that important student grade into an electronic or physical diary. Thank you, Mas Fuad. The next slide. Okay, well, Bapak Ibu, here some disadvantages found by 2020. Some advantages that mention that the fact that the platform is available only in English is a limitation for teachers who do not speak the language. So here the teachers improve, so encouraging their ability to apply or to learn about these devices. And then the second, the use of the platform is only available online. So it is needed internet connection for creating and responding to the quizzes. And the last, for each quiz question is only accepted one answer to be registered as the correct one. Okay, thank you, Mas, for our time. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bu Endang. And now we are going to talk about the application of using quizzes. And these are the example of picture when we access the website. Actually, there are several procedures that the user must do in using quizzes for the first time. Of course, you will get this kind of option as a user, is whether you are a teacher, students, or it is for business purposes. So you have to make sure that you choose the right options. So actually, if you are students, you don't need to register. If you just want to access the quiz, but if you want to make an account for students, it's fine. You will see many advantages there. But if you do not want to, but it's fine, you can still access it without creating an account. But for a teacher, of course, you have to create this account in Quizizz, because you only can design the questions or the activities, the presentation, if you have the account. So you have to, if you are a teacher and you want to use Quizizz, so you have to create an account first. And the next, I will explain this when you are students and then you do not have the account. So when you are students and you want to join the quizzes, but you don't have the account, so you only need to go to joinmyquizizz.com. And then when you just type it in the browser, the display will be like this. So you have to insert or enter the code, and the code will be from the teacher, because the teacher is the question maker or the designer of the questions. So they will have the code. They will distribute the code to the students, and then the students only need to enter the code in this box. And then when you already write the code, and then you click join, and then you are in the quiz. And then just continue, type your name, and then click next, and then there will be some question that you need to answer. And basically, it is not designed to be used in English classes only. So there will be many options when a teacher designs the questions, whether it is for English, physics, math, or any other subjects. So if it is in English, of course, there will be no option for any formulas. But if you design it for math and maybe for physics, you can write the formulas as well. So it's very something, it is something that it is very important for you as a teacher, that is very helpful. And the next, it's the other display when you use Quizizz. This one is when you want to choose whether it is for a live game or is it for an assignment. If you want to design it as a live game, you only need to click this after you create the quiz, create the questions. So you click this live game, and then you distribute the code to the students, and then they will access it live. The teacher can display it in the projector, and then you can answer it together in the classroom. And the student also can access it from their device. But if you want to design it as a homework, so you just click this button, it would be homework or assignment, and then you just set the time. So when you set the time, it could be maybe it is available in a day, 2 days, or more than that. It's up to you, but you can set the limited time, and then after that you give the code to the students. And if you do that in a live game, sorry, it's not written in English, you can use this option. You can choose this. Is it as a task, a classic mode, or you will do that in a team? But actually, classic is something very easy, because the appearance, maybe it will be the same just like a team, but basically we use classic for most activities. Just click this, and this is the display when you are designing quizzes for homework. You can set the times and the date as well. So you only need to click the date and the time, the detail of the time, and then when you done it, just click OK, and it is set. Everything is okay after that. And this one is the appearance when you use a smartphone. You can join myquiz.com and then enter the code, and then click start, and then you join the course. It's only that. It's very simple. And then the last one, it will be the conclusions. So I will say that many literature that we read stated that it is an interesting media for that we can apply in teaching and learning activities. And even many other research also state that when we use quizzes as an assessment tool, it can reduce the anxiety level of the students, and the student will not consider that the test or the assignment as a burden, because the media that they use is interesting. Of course, there will be disadvantages. Perhaps it doesn't look like a formal tool when you use quizzes, but it's okay. It will be much more appropriate if we use quizzes for formative assessment, that is summative assessment. Of course, whether you will use Quizizz in your classroom, it's up to you. But we already explained to you that this web-based game has many advantages. So it's up to you whether you are going to apply it in your teaching and learning process or not. And I will say thank you. You already watched our videos. Thank you so much. It's a very interesting opportunity to see you here. And thank you for everyone for watching this video. And this is the references that we use in conducting this research. Thank you so much. Thank you.